This is Ben Doughty for Sugar, Silk and Stretch with undefeated Commonwealth middleweight champion Hamza Shiraz. How's it going today, sir?
Very well, how are you?
I'm good too. Today, ostensibly, is a media workout ahead of your fight with Liam Williams, although today, as it happened, you didn't do a workout for the press.
No, I'm going to do it after.
You are going to do it? We're still
going
to see some
I'll come early, I'll come an hour early just to get the interviews done.
Yeah.
And then I want to get ready and then get ready.
Okay, so no one's going to say you haven't fulfilled your
I'm going to
contractual
do it. I'm going to
obligation.
definitely do it, yeah, don't worry about that.
Liam's not here today, doesn't surprise me, because I suppose if it had been fight week he would have been here, but because I guess he's training in Wales, so he hasn't come over here today, not too surprising. Your manager, Colin McMillan, said to me a little earlier,
Andy Ayling, my manager.
Andy Ayling, your official manager. Yeah.
So Colin just advised me.
We'll be clear on that position.
Sure.
Colin said conceivably it's your toughest fight today against Liam Williams. You see it that way?
Yeah, no, of course. Colin's a world champion. He said, I don't want to say what he's done. Everyone knows what he's done, and he knows the sport. So having someone like him around, all I have to do is listen to him. It's as simple as that. And we mutually agree that it is the hardest fight. I think everyone agrees, especially people who see what I'm capable of and whatnot. And I'm looking forward to it. I've done everything in my capable power of preparing to the best of my ability for this fight. And now it's just a matter of what I've done in camp, actually transferring it from here to fight.
What has been your toughest fight previously in your pro career?
Do you know what? The last few have been too short to say, but I'd have to say probably Ryan Kelly maybe. I fought him for the European title ages ago. My first title I fought when I was 19. Probably him, because that first few rounds I was losing. And then, it was a close quarter fight, especially me being so long, everyone fought the box. And I kind of had to adapt during the fight to get him out of there, and that's what I done.
It says, I saw one of your team entourage as a jacket with the slogan, "We don't get paid for overtime." Is that very much your motto, that you're looking to get people out of there?
It's a new one I've recently adopted. And for the past 12 or 13 fights have been consecutive knockouts so far. So I mean, it'd be definitely an appropriate slogan to use for sure.
Were you always a puncher in the amateurs as well?
No, I was never. Listen, I had 100 amateur fights and I only had one stoppage.
You're like Tommy Hearns, because they said Tommy Hearns was this amateur jabber and mover, and he developed this chilling power when he turned over. So you're lanky like Tommy too.
I had 100 amateur fights and I only had one knockout victory, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I remember turning over. I always used to think,
maybe I don't have to dig to turn over.
That's exactly how I thought. And when I had my debut, I landed the right hand, and then I realised the difference in them 10-ounce gloves. It's a whole different game.
And the reps as well, right?
Exactly, yeah, and the preparation that goes into that. And that's just kudos to my first pro coach, who was Dominic Negus and Lenny Butcher at the time.
Yeah, Dominic, a good fighter himself.
I was out in Spain with him. We used to do 6-week camps out in Spain when I was 17 years old, and he used to just drill me. I remember the drills we used to do. Everything was power-based, and that kind of ignited the power.
Because they tend to say when you turn over, typically, if you're a good, nice amateur boxer with a certain style, they'll say, stop bouncing, stable base, plant your feet, and let's turn them shots over.
Exactly.
And it makes a big difference, right?
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's exactly what I've done. He kind of gave me the foundations of how to punch and how to punch hard for the 12-round distance, and it's a massive credit to him, to be fair.
Sure. There was, I remember, some controversy back to the Bradley Skeet fight. He seemed to do rather well for several rounds. And as I recall, some people had a problem with the nature of some of the shots that put him over. Were they saying it was on the back of the head?
No, they're saying that it was when he was down. That's what.
So did you hit him while he was on the floor? I mean, it was a little while ago now. I don't want to go too much over old news, but do you feel that you got a certain amount of backlash or criticism over that?
I got loads. It wasn't a certain amount. It was a hell of a lot, for sure.
When you say, where's that, on Twitter or X?
Everything. Listen, every angle. The only thing it wasn't was in person. No one said nothing to me.
They never do.
They never do, exactly. It was all on social media, death threats, this threats, that threats.
Why are people like that? Because it's amazing, isn't it? People they talk to people they don't know, but they can see you in the public eye.
Exactly that.
And they go so beyond that.
I think they build up a perception of you when they've never met you. And they start like they make themselves hate you for what it is. But listen, I'm so thankful for what happened to me. I'm extremely grateful, because it's made me the man who I am today, and how to deal.
Purely the pressure you experienced over that incident.
Exactly. It's taught me how to deal with certain aspects of the media, of the public, and more or less people who know nothing about boxing.
Of which there'll never be a world shortage.
Exactly.
Do you turn it off sometimes? I remember even talking to Gareth A. Davies a few months ago, and he said you have to turn that social media noise off.
No,
Otherwise, you kill yourself. You jump out the window. If that's what your self-esteem was informed by. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's bang on. When that all happened, I didn't know how to deal with it. I wanted to reply.
Because you've been a darling up to then, probably.
You know, as a fighter, you know, you're always like ready to go whenever. And I wanted to reply to him and say, yeah, meet me in the gym. We're going to spar, we can sort it out.
What? Even there's nobody.
Even he's no, I was just getting so wound up.
Yeah.
But then I kind of just like used to. I thought, you know what? Let me just log off everything. Let me delete the app for about 2-3 weeks, and then I'll get back on it. And then I done interviews and whatnot, and then it kind of calmed down, and people were more understanding and kind of understood me as a person a lot more. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, I've done it, and kind of like mind my language, but fuck you, no. It wasn't that. It was a mistake at the time, and that was it. And then I owned it, and ever since then, my performance has just been.
And it's all part of the journey.
Exactly.
If Liam Williams was here today, how is the vibe between you two? Is it respectful and you say you made the best man win, or is there more of needle between the two of you? I haven't followed it.
Yeah, no, it's literally just that.
You don't get into.
No, when I see him, it's just made the best man win. It's simple. When someone's more experienced than you and has been to the top of the sport and has fought for world titles, I'd be a fool to stand here as a young up-and-coming fighter disrespecting him. I haven't been brought up like that, and it's just not in my nature to do that. I'm more turn up on a fight, have a good fight, and like you just said, made the best one.
Well, I've got to say, you're very articulate and fan-friendly and affable and likable in the flesh.
That. Thank you very
and
much.
I wish you the best of luck on the night.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Good.